We're going to be launching very soon the new screen paint, the Throwback. This is our Digital One Crystal screen, actually Throwback Digital One Crystal Screen Paint 3.0. This product right here has some amazing capabilities. Now we are advising you to please, before you put a purchase in for this, please read through the specifications because there's a lot of things the screen can't do that the more advanced screens we have can do. All right, because I don't want everybody buying this thinking that, oh, it's going to do the same thing as a gunmetal, it's going to do the same thing as a Signature 17, it's going to do the same thing as a Black Nova. No, it is not. Or the Deep Blue, no, it is not. It has its limitations. Now, we put in some detailed information about the screen's game. We put information on basic environments you can use it in. We put information on projectors. We do not support knockoff projectors of any kind, so please do not use those projectors with the product. You think because it's a light gray, it's going to work. Don't do it. We're not responsible for that. And if it doesn't work for you, then you're on your own. All right, so first things first, let me come in here and get a few things done real quick. We just did the pre-recorded demonstration already. Pre-record I need to do, but show the clarity. Sometimes my internet doesn't come up so well in here. All right, so let's show you first things first on the screen's color. As you can see, it's completely different from the product from other people, what they make. And we'll show you our white levels first. So this is the white levels on the technology. As you can see, nice and bright. Now we got a few people that are bothered and upset by this. I don't know how in the world someone can be bothered and upset with this. This is our product. We've had this product 8 years ago. So I bring out an old school product from 8 years, market it for $48, and we got people upset over that. It's my product. I can do whatever I want to do with it. I designed it 8 years ago. So if you're bothered by that, tough cookies. That's not my problem. Still getting interesting emails. Look at the white levels on the technology. Look how gorgeous that looks. Now, I want to show you the screen's ability to be able to pull contrast levels. Let's go over to the search. Let's go over and pull up. Let me see. As I said before, gray screen paints are older products, including this one. It's an older product. It's 8 years old. There's no way in the world I'm going to charge that kind of money unless it's equipped with technology we embedded into it. Now the ultra light grays, they had 15s, they had advanced ambient light rejection technology, color coding technology. They had all this stuff embedded into them. This doesn't. This is a basic. So there's nothing, we don't have anything advanced from the 17 coding, none of this in there, none of it at all, period. Just did this demonstration a few minutes ago. And as you can see, we're in a fully lit environment. We have the contrast rating for this product as fair. We have white levels as good, and we have the color levels as good. Now, suggested projectors to be used inside is 2,000 lumens. The screen paint in no way whatsoever is to be used outside. It is not designed for outside use. It's too screen. It's not going to pick up outside. That's why we're telling you we're not doing any demonstrations of it outside because it's not going to pull a proper image outside. We advise you not to use it near extreme window light, as the gunmetals are designed for extreme window light. This technology is not. Like I said, this is considered to be a mid-class. This is the white projection screens of our technology. Can you use it for commercial property with extreme ambient light, extreme commercial lighting? No. No, 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 no. Can't use it for that. Other gray screen paints don't have that capability. They're just not being honest with you and telling you the truth on what you're getting. Let me see if I get my camera straight here. There's the contrast levels pulling up. Yeah. We got a few people upset. Not a few people, we only got one person upset and bothered that we brought back one of our throwbacks. But like I said, we've been doing this for a long time. I got screen paints 8 years ago that I can bring up now that are compare what's on the market now, you can pretty much run over it with no problem. I've been doing this business for a long time. When you demonstrate a product, it's supposed to be done in a fully lit environment. Anytime you show contrast levels, fully lit environment. Got this to OLED 4K demonstrations. OLED 4K demonstrations. Anytime you do an OLED demonstration, it must be displayed in a fully lit environment so you know exactly where the contrast levels lay. There's no point in me doing this demonstration in the dark because you wouldn't know where the contrast levels lay at. You can see how the contrast level pulls up. Doing constant demonstrations in the dark, and you buy this product and go home and turn your lights on, you're going to be pretty shocked that it doesn't work. Because it was never displayed with the lights on, it was displayed in the dark. Contrast levels fade extremely fast. Let's go to again, must be displayed in a fully lit environment. Showed you yesterday where someone displayed this demonstration, they did it in the dark. We don't do that here. What you see is what you get. You display everything. Gee. I had a few people ask me about the ultralight gray and the black silvers. They were different. They had color coding technology embedded to them. They had 15 technology embedded into them, advanced ambient light rejection. They had a whole lot of stuff embedded into them that these screens have. This one doesn't have it at all, period. So we'll paint this on a surface, we'll put it against these screens, and you'll see why this is considered now the white projection screen of our products. And why it will never be able to compete with any of the screens we have in here. And again, I'm going to express this to you again one more time. Read through the detailed information that we put in there, because there's a lot of stuff in there it says you can't do with this screen. So if you buy this thinking you're going to be able to stick that in the window like that Gundam, like the Gundam, you call my screen a Gundam, the gunmetal over there, it's not going to happen. You're going to get a chance to see the real deal, not that fake nonsense where people are claiming to be cutting corners and dark environments and high overpriced, high-powered projectors and showing you contrast levels in the dark. No, no, we don't do that here. You have to see how it's going to react. Can you take it outside? No, you can't take it outside. The screen is not going to show up outside. It's an 8-year-old product. It doesn't have this kind of technology. Only the darker screens can do that. But the contrast levels on this technology are good. It's just not going to be, it's not as advanced as what we have already. All right, let's keep moving it on through. Let's go over and let's put these up right now because we showed off enough of the screen right here. So we're going to put up the personal mix. And like I said, even I make my stuff we just developed, we have here under the old school throwback. Like I said, can't compete with these screens at all, period. Let's go back over to that OLED demonstration. No. Go back to the OLED demonstration. OLED 4K demonstration. Yeah, let's go to the fish. Never get the demonstration you wanted. Now, even though the black levels, like I said, you go on the on whatchamacallit, it says black levels are fair. All that information's there. We'll go to the web page what it says. Just in case someone wants to decide to skip through it, I wouldn't do that. If you think the black levels on this technology are going to show up like one of these, no, that's not going to happen. It's a gray screen. It has its limitations. But we're able to pull a contrast level better than his screens. Let's see if we can get the LG fish to pop up. Let's try Panasonic. Panasonic 4K demonstration. Usually I don't bring it up. Can't get that demonstration to pop up for nothing. Alright, let's just use one of them.
Want to eliminate odors without heavy, overwhelming scents? We get it. Try Febreze Light.
Now what are we going for?
No heavy perfume.
Blend it or mount match it. Doesn't make a difference.
Febreze Light.
There you go. Told you got better contrast. Let's go back to that for a minute. Our technology produces better red and better contrast than its product with no problem. See the black level on that technology at $48. This is an 8-year product. I told you 8 years ago we were developing technology he couldn't even begin to understand. This is his stuff now versus an 8-year-old technology. A throwback. Able to produce a contrast level better than his product. I'm gonna put that right there. Leave that there as I make my tea. Let me see. So, is there advancements real quick to our technology? Yeah, there's advancements over his product with our technology. Definitely, yes. Next to the technology we develop over here, no, this stuff wouldn't stand a chance. I'll just keep your eye on that. I'll be back. Okay, we're back. Get a few things downstairs so I can be comfortable. Nope, can't match the contrast levels on a $48 screen paint. There you go. As for the UV mix, you can forget about that. Contrast level is going to be dark on that, but that screen can't pick up a white level to save its soul, or color, or anything else. Can't pick it up. Give you a chance to stare at that, take that in. And yet, the technology we have here is far more superior than this product. The screen we developed right here, the throwback. Technology we have in here would put this to shame easily. And yet we can bring an old screen paint, bring it up, and basically pull a better contrast level than his product. Even his reds are faded. Look how faded his reds are. Now, if I was making technology 8 years ago that was on this level, what are you making? You can't even keep up with the stuff I had 8 years ago. What makes you think you can keep up with the stuff I have now? That's how I know you cheat when you do your demonstrations. You taint the products. My 8-year-old product right here is taking your screens out. Not pulling contrast levels there. They're not showing up at all. Better than your product, way more affordable than your product, and my customers don't pay for shipping. Let's see if we can find that OLED horse. OLED contrast demonstration. Any other time, that video is all over the place. And if they don't want to do the video demonstration of it, where to be found? Can't find it for Jack. Oh, whatever, I don't know what the heck. OLED Q 4K demonstration. Finally, good gracious, I don't know where to find that thing. There you go. Came up again, 10. Can't pick up a contrast level next to our technology. And that's why he was emailing me. I'm terrified. He's actually terrified. Don't even have to use my technology here to level your screen. I can just go back and get one of my old recipe books from 8 years ago. I mastered gray screen painting. Since you want to be unfair, you want to do your light grays against darker screens, well, now you got to deal with a light gray screen that can pull contrast level better than your screen. Yeah. It costs way cheaper. Like I said, products, this stuff is old. Like I said, everything on the screen is old. Nothing new about it. It's old. It should never cost $75 or $107. It's 8-year-old technology. It's old stuff. That's why we're charging $48 for it. It was $45, I charged $48 because shipping's free. Got to complain about that? About shipping being free? Because I got some people email me, I thought it was $45. When you want to pay for the shipping? I mean, you can pay for the shipping, I don't care. Now, a black, silver, ultralight gray would take apart the digital 3.0 easily because it had this technology embedded into it. And that's why I noticed I sat at the table, I said, you know what? You did a review, trying to do a review on our black screens. You never did any reviews toward those gray screen paints because you were terrified to bring one of them in there because you knew darn well that that screen would give your screen a very hard way to go. There was no way around it. So I thought to myself, you know what? I'm going to bring back one of the old schools. That we got a Digital One 3.0. I'm going to bring that back. And we'll charge $48. That was $45. And we thought the shipping, the cost and everything, like $48. Because we paid for the shipping. So $48. Starfield screensaver. This is going to hurt. Oh no, we'll find it ourselves. And you're having problems looking for stuff. Let's go dig it up. It's right in my category. There it is right there. This is going to hurt. Told you. Now, I can show a gray screen. I can produce a star field demonstration in a fully lit environment. I can show contrast levels in a fully lit environment. I have not turned up my projector. We don't have the lights out, none of that going on right now. We don't have to do that. New York City, screensaver, nighttime. You could drop your paint as low as you want. You can't pull contrast level. I can, and I can do it in a full lit environment. Your product is old. The product we have here is old. That's why it costs 48 bucks. And am I threatened that it's going to take away business from my big screens? Nah, not one bit. That shows you how much more he was faking his demonstrations. I can bring an old school 8-year-old product out and beat your screen with no problem. Then you must have been doing. Keep in mind, my product we have here can beat the living daylights out of the 3.0. So how are you able to beat our product with your screen paint? You weren't tainting the product to begin with. Well, there's your new nightmare. Enjoy. Let's see what else we got on here we can play around with. Yep, well, we can blend your screen, pull contrast levels and blend the screen. You only wanted 2 options on it. You want to be able to pull higher contrast. That had to be a must. That had to happen. Pull higher contrast in your screen, and we needed to screen to and keep in mind, if you test against this product, you're gonna have to do it in a fully lit environment. Which means you got to go to the one place that you don't want to go with your product in a fully lit environment, because this is what this stuff is designed. Got to be out there. If you want to do the demonstration, you got to do it in a fully lit environment, and you can't do that because your screen can't pull an image, as we saw already. You can't pull contrast. Let me see where we're gonna go right now with this product. Let's go to oh, I want to do the 8K Desire. That's what I'm gonna do. I like their demonstrations. Let's see. Like I said before, any gray screen is going to pull color, any gray screen is going to pull white level. Hardest thing for a gray screen to pull is a contrast level. Same thing with black screens. They can pull contrast levels like there's no tomorrow. They can pull deep colors. Hardest thing for them to pull up is a white level. That's where they struggle at. Look how you're popping up. Look. Look how you're popping up next to that technology. You're coming up tan. It means your screen's not saying a black level. Put you right over here. I'm going to set it right here so you can stare at that for a while. Now, mind you, contrast level on this is not 100%. It's rated at fair. Even at a fair contrast level, it's producing better than your screen. Oh, well, look at the nose. Look at the details in the nose right there. I need to take a couple of pictures of these and post these on the site. And he'll probably be over there screaming, oh, it's a scam, it's a scam. Anything that beats his product is a scam. Anything. Because in his mind, he believes that his product is the best in the entire world. As you saw by the email that I received, you sent me an email talking about best paint ever. Didn't realize that downstairs we were matching your products against primer. It was matching against primer, dark primer, even against the screen paint I made in the kitchen. When you sent me that email. Best paint ever. You don't do any testing on your product at all, period. How do you know if it's the best paint? What have you tested against? I've gone against 18 certified screens. I can honestly say my product is the best. I've gone against some of the top screens on the market. You don't have that to back up. It's like bragging about being a NASCAR driver, talking about how you win all the races, but yet your trophy shelf is empty. Man. Let's bring it back to distance where it's supposed to be at. All right, let's go over here. We've already done the contrast over here. Been there, done that one already. Let's go with color red. We're gonna do two things: blended or overpowered. And we overpowered one of your screens. Actually, we overpowered both of them. That one's overpowered and that one's overpowered. You want to get up close and have a look? Yeah, we overpowered both your screens at the same time. Now, this is your personal mix. Your Cinemax is lighter than this. I say it's going to struggle. It's going to struggle. That one's already struggling. Already. Slow color change out. See how your colors come up. You're going to your product to be the best. I made your product 8 years ago. So many levels, it's not even funny. So many combinations. LG snowboarding demonstration. So today we're just going to knock out, we have to do an ultra short demonstration on the product. Sorry about that. We have to do an ultra short demonstration on the product. We have to do a low lumen. That's it. We can't run it under the same test this stuff is designed under because it ain't going to last. I already know I know the limitations of the stuff we develop. I'm not going to go out there and say, oh, it produces contrast levels next to a black screen and show you a bunch of contrast demonstrations in the dark. No, there's no point in doing that. It's not going to pass any of the demonstrations under this technology because this technology is designed to take more punishment than this. And that will not pass outside at 13 feet back. That's not going to happen either. That's why we advise on use them outside. And in fact, the product is completely different from your product. So you can't go in there whining and crying about saying, well, you know, he copied my... No, 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 buddy. You copied ours. You can look up this product 8 years back. It'll pop up. Under Digital One Crystal 3.0, it'll pop up. We've had this 8 years ago. So how are we going to copy something that we had 8 years ago? Don't even pull the contrast correctly. Let's go with J&K 4K. And while we're at it, we need to put this up here. We're going to put the UV mix up here. Because a UV mix, like I said, any dark surface is going to pull contrast level. That's just going to happen. Dark vinyl, black paint, whatever. The problem with it is it's going to have to pull a white level. That's the problem. It doesn't pull the white level, screen's going to come so dark you can't see it. See how you're fading right there? When it comes to the black levels, you're fading like crazy. And the UV mix is coming up too dark. You washed out here on her hair, completely washed out. That's not even there. And the UV mix is coming up too dark. You're going to struggle with that red. I can see that already from the door. You're already struggling already. This is why you got to, people have to calibrate with your product. They have to. It doesn't come up correctly. Look at that. Oh, for you. Let me see. All right, so we're going to get this up and going probably, let's see, what is the day? Today is Wednesday or something? Yes, Wednesday. So I say probably around Friday, it'll launch. There's shopping cart open. If you go to the website right now, the shopping cart is going to say out of stock. It's not out of stock. We just haven't opened up the shopping cart yet. See the screens right here? They're supposed to pull contrast level. They're not pulling the contrast level. That's what we were saying. But the UV mix is pulling. No, the UV mix can only pull a black level. That's it. It can't pull anything else in between. Example: Skyworth food demonstration. And the reason why your screens over here can't pull a proper contrast level or proper color is because your white levels are way too high. There is no way in the world I would make a screen paint just like yours. It has too many problems. Either the white levels are too high or the black levels are too high. There's no in between. You don't know how to put in proper balance. I mean, you can't do that if you're mixing paint together. See how dirty the UV mix comes up? Now, if he was going to show up how clean his screen came up, he shouldn't have did the demonstration on the fight or whatever he was watching. He should have did the demonstration on a snowstorm. That's what he should have did. And he should have put a lighter screen next to that to show the difference. If the screen was pulling up a proper white level. The same way when we take a 0.9 sample sheet and we stick it against a black screen and we show white storms, we show white demonstrations, that's what you should have did, but you didn't do that. And like I said, when I retire, I can bring back all my old screen paints and I can sell them off at $5 a pop. A quart, wipe you completely off the face of the planet. You wouldn't be able to withstand none of it. But right now, let's start at the whopping at 48. Now, keep in mind, like I said before, for those of you who think that this is going to do the same thing as our higher technology, no, it's not. Not at all. Stuff with white, the technology we have now, white there. And like I said, read through the instructions. Read through the instructions at the bottom of all the stuff you will not be able to do with this product. Even though it is better than his product and it's more affordable, there's a lot of things you can't do compared to the technology that we have sitting over here and here. You're definitely sticking in some window light. So if you attempt it and it doesn't work out for you, don't complain to me because we put all that information there for you to read. Oh, man. Oops, wrong button. Go back to that real quick. Something I want to see real quick. And no, you don't pull the menu up either. Menu doesn't come up for you. I'll go back a minute. Some of them are saying, well, it looks pretty good there. It's an 8-year-old product matching his product right now. There you go. Told you can't see contrast at all. It's not going to pull up. That whole entire screen just turned tan. All right, we're done here. There ain't much more. Starfield screensaver. I mean, you can't pick that up either. That's not going to happen, people. I know you naysayers come here from time to time to see exactly how it's going to. No, it's not going to work out the way you think it is. If I just sat there on my kitchen table and just threw a bunch of stuff together and was able to blend his screen, what do you think would happen if I put some effort into it? Panasonic 4K demonstration. There you go. "4K fish, YouTube." Oh, didn't even have to turn the lights out. Nope, not one time. Gone. All right, well, that's basically about it for me. Thank you for your time. I have to go, and God bless.